So, the Giants have Russell Wilson. Great, but let's be real. Their quarterback situation has been, well, a roller coaster that seems to be perpetually stuck on the uphill climb of uncertainty. They've got Daniel Jones, who, when healthy, is their supposed franchise guy. But when healthy, seems to be the operative phrase there. He's coming off a significant injury, and his return timeline is still a bit hazy. Then they bring in Jameis Winston, a gunslinger with a knack for both the spectacular and the, let's just say, memorable, interceptions. And let's not forget Tommy DeVito, the local kid who gave Giants fans a fun little ride last season but is likely viewed as more of a backup option. Adding Russell Wilson to this mix is like adding another ingredient to a very crowded and somewhat unpredictable quarterback stew. What exactly is the recipe they're trying to cook up here? Let's take a closer look at Russell Wilson himself. He was once considered one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, leading the Seattle Seahawks to a Super Bowl victory and dazzling fans with his mobility and deep throws. But his time in Denver was, to put it mildly, a disaster. While his stats with the Steelers weren't terrible, they also didn't exactly scream back to Pro Bowl form. He's now 36 years old. Is he still capable of being a top-tier quarterback? Or is he entering the twilight of his career, looking for one last shot to prove he's still got it? The Giants are clearly hoping for the former, but there's definitely an element of risk involved. Let's talk about the money. The Giants are shelling out a significant amount, up to $21 million, for a one-year deal with Wilson. That's not exactly chump change. How does this fit into their overall salary cap situation? Are they still going to have the flexibility to make other moves? And let's not forget the Denver Broncos are still paying a hefty portion of Wilson's previous contract. It's like they're paying him to not play for them anymore. Talk about a costly divorce. This financial juggling act will be something to watch as the Giants continue to build their roster. The success of any quarterback hinges heavily on the coaching staff. What kind of offensive scheme will the Giants run with Wilson under center? Will they tailor it to his strengths, like his mobility and ability to throw on the run? Or will they try to force him into a more traditional pocket passing role? The chemistry between Wilson and the Giants' offensive coordinator and head coach will be crucial in determining whether this move is a success or another quarterback experiment gone awry. Let's not forget the Giants play in a tough NFC East division. They'll be going up against the Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts, the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott, and the Washington Commanders, who are likely to have a high draft pick at quarterback. How does Russell Wilson in his current form stack up against these other quarterbacks in the division? It's a competitive landscape, and the Giants will need Wilson to be playing at a high level if they want to compete for the division title. You can only imagine the reactions from fans in New York and Pittsburgh. Giants fans are probably cautiously optimistic. They're hoping Wilson can bring some stability and experience to the quarterback position. Steelers fans, on the other hand, might be feeling a mix of emotions, perhaps a little disappointed that it didn't work out, but also maybe excited about the possibility of landing Aaron Rodgers. And let's not forget the Broncos fans, who are probably just happy to see Wilson playing somewhere else. The online discussions and social media debates are likely to be spirited, to say the least. Even with the additions of Wilson and Winston, the Giants still hold that coveted number 3 overall pick in the draft. The big question is, will they still use it on a quarterback? If they believe Wilson can be their guy for the next couple of years, they might opt to address other needs on their roster. However, given that Wilson and Winston are both on short-term deals, it wouldn't be surprising to see them still take a shot on a young quarterback with that high draft pick to groom for the future. The presence of veteran quarterbacks could actually be beneficial for a rookie, allowing them to learn and develop without the immediate pressure of being the starter. Bob Labriola's comment about Wilson burning bridges in Pittsburgh is particularly intriguing. What exactly happened behind the scenes? Were there clashes with coaches? Did he rub some teammates the wrong way? Was it simply a matter of the team wanting to go in a different direction? The lack of a reunion despite a decent statistical season suggests that there might have been some underlying issues that soured the relationship. We might never know the full story, but it definitely adds another layer of drama to Wilson's departure. It's interesting that a Steelers legend like Bill Cowher was advocating for the team to bring back Wilson. Cowher clearly saw something in Wilson's performance last season and believed he could be successful in Pittsburgh with an improved offensive line and talented receivers. His opinion carries a lot of weight in the Steelers community. And the fact that the team is apparently going in a different direction speaks volumes. Perhaps the internal issues Labriola mentioned outweighed Cowher's assessment of Wilson's potential. Ultimately, Russell Wilson joining the New York Giants marks the beginning of a new chapter for both the player and the team. For Wilson, it's another opportunity to prove he can still be a successful starting quarterback in the NFL. For the Giants, it's a calculated risk, hoping that Wilson can provide a boost to their offense and help them compete in a tough division. Whether this move will be a home run or another quarterback swing and a miss remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be fascinating to watch how it all unfolds. What are your predictions for Russell Wilson and the Giants next season? Do you think this was the right move for both parties? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more in-depth NFL analysis. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. We'll catch you in the next one. Alright, football fans, the quarterback carousel has delivered another major twist. Russell Wilson is officially heading to the Big Apple. Reports confirm he signed a one-year deal with the New York Giants that could be worth up to $21 million. With a guaranteed $10.5 million. Talk about a headline grabber. After a single season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Wilson is on the move once again. While he did lead the Steelers to the playoffs, it seems both sides were ready to part ways, especially with Pittsburgh's rumored interest in bringing in Aaron Rodgers. Now, Wilson finds himself in a completely different quarterback room in New York. The Giants have been busy this offseason, also adding Jameis Winston to the mix. And of course, they still have Tommy DeVito on the roster. What's fascinating is that all three of these quarterbacks are on one-year deals. It's like the Giants are holding an open competition to see who will lead their offense. This signing also throws a wrench into the Giants' widely discussed plans for the upcoming NFL draft. Holding the number 3 overall pick, many expected them to target a quarterback, with Shedeur Sanders being a popular name. Now, with the addition of a veteran like Wilson, could their draft strategy change? It's definitely possible. They might opt to address other needs with their top pick, knowing they have a capable veteran under center for the 2025 season. However, the short-term nature of all their quarterback contracts suggests they might still be looking for their long-term franchise guy in the draft. Wilson's time with the Steelers showed he can still be a productive quarterback, even if he hasn't quite returned to his Pro Bowl form from his Seattle days. He completed over 63% of his passes, threw for a decent amount of yards, and had a solid touchdown-to-interception ratio. He even had a good showing in the playoff game against the Ravens. It's going to be incredibly interesting to see how Russell Wilson fits into the Giants' offense and what kind of impact he can have. Will he be the answer they've been searching for at quarterback? What does this mean for the development of any young quarterback they might still draft? The Giants' quarterback situation just got a whole lot more intriguing. Let us know your thoughts on this move in the comments below.